What's up, Motor Mouths? I'm Jesse, this is Church at Home, and it's that time of church where we use our bodies and our minds and our hearts and our voices to worship the one and only God of everything. Let's go.
The embers awake within me, your presence ablaze surrounding me. Your praise is a fire that is spreading. Yeah. Hope is consuming the darkness. You light up the world with your brilliance. Jesus, your love has changed me. You've got me on fire, I can feel it. My heart overwhelmed by joy that I can't describe. I'm surrounded, there's a blaze in my heart, and I can't stop it. Come on. Come on, sing it with me. I'm on fire, I'm on fire. 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 On fire, I can feel it. My heart overwhelmed by joy that I can't describe. I'm surrounded, there's a blaze in my heart, and I can't stop it. I can feel it. My heart overwhelmed by joy that I can't describe. I'm surrounded, there's a blaze in my heart, and I can't stop it.
Recently, I heard a story from a friend who talked about this kid who had given his life to Christ, and on his hand, he took a pen and wrote the word sinner. When he saw that this kid had wrote that on his hand, he immediately went to him and asked him why he did that. And he said that he wanted to remember who he was. And my pastor friend was like, dude, that's not who you are. And so he took a marker and marked out the word sinner, and underneath it, he wrote the word son. That's who you are. When we give our lives to Christ, we are not the sin that we've committed. We're not our past. You are the son or the daughter of Christ. As we worship today, remember who you are, remember whose you are, and let's worship him with everything we've got.
Sometimes it's hard to breathe. All these thoughts that shout at me, try to bring me to my knees, and it's overwhelming. Darkness echoes all around. Feels like everything is crashing down. Still I know where my hope is found, and it's only you and ooh. You say you're working everything for my good, and ooh, I believe every word. 'Cause even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices You say you're working everything for my good, and ooh, I believe every word. 'Cause even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. Oh.
Yeah, I wanna truly know if you compose beautiful music though. From all my unruly notes, the distance is distant, it's moving close. Now I see, erase the scales from my eyes, then play the scale of my life. Chaos played off with a chord and a chord with a source, prevented through strife. And I've tasted suffering, I've been embraced by the painful buffering. I've been bound by doubt so loud right now, but a melody is made when you play these rusty keys. So we all gotta get pressed, tuned up like instruments. But I know all of life's tempo is set whenever we remember this.
Even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. Oh, a symphony. A symphony.
That rap part of Symphony is so tough. I can never get through the whole thing. Why don't you go to the comments and tell me if you can get through the whole thing, or if there's like that one spot that trips you up. Because for me, it's like there's that one. So if you're not watching with someone right now, you don't need to know that church is done with people. So go ahead and grab someone, grab a family member or something like that. Church has to be done in community. Because we're gonna be talking about a question. What is a subject that you could talk about nonstop? Like, if I bring up mushrooms, I could tell you all about mushrooms. I hunt them in my backyard. Whatever. What's the one thing that you nerd out about? You talk about it over there, write it in the comments. I'm gonna think about mine over here. All right, so I kind of landed on two. One of them is definitely Jesus, and that's not, me being cheesy. Like, I could talk about Jesus forever. The other one is scary movies. Like, I love the feeling of being scared, so a good scary movie, it just like hits me. I could talk about them forever. This episode that we're about to go in on of The Loop Show is all about how to talk to people about things that we love and how to share our stories with others. It also might feature one of our very messiest Loop Show challenges ever.
Aw, our names are on here.
This is just a simple, silly story.
Oh no, this card says we have to kick it up a notch.
Uh-oh.
Hang on for the loop.
3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Okay, so in most word games, you don't know the story, but you get to choose the words. But we're changing the game. This time, you get to know the story, but we choose the words. I thought it was gonna be a straightforward story.
It never is.
I'm Ricky.
I'm Jamie.
Randomly place the word cards on the board to tell your new story. Then you'll reveal the words and act it out.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna create a skit? It's not gonna be eating disgusting things or wearing disgusting things?
That has yet to be determined, Jamie. So one by one, we are going to fill the story. So Jamie.
All right, I'm just gonna go for right on the top. So we have our noun.
Next one is part of the body, and while I'm here, I'm gonna go with an explanation.
Oh, perfect, that's great. So adjectives.
Verb and noun. Oh.
What, not this one?
I don't know.
Okay, all right, I switched it, remember.
No, Jamie, don't you put this on me.
Switched it.
No. And then the last one.
All right.
Okay, so that is our story.
I hope it's a good one. We tell stories every day.
But telling people about how Jesus changed your life can sometimes feel difficult.
What if you say the wrong words?
What if you sound like a know-it-all or a dork?
Let's get some tips on how to tell the story of what you love.
Jump Scare Jimmy. Hello. I thought I called him. Jump Scare Jimmy. Hello.
Boo!
Jump Scare Jimmy. You got me again. Why are you so good at that? I was ready to take out my computer.
Got
my
you.
Good. You got me
Tricked you.
good.
Fooled you. Got you, Judo Bob.
What have you been up to? Where are you at right now?
Well, this is my home, my humble
That's good.
abode. You know, I've just been practicing my jump scares lately. I'm not by myself, though. I have my cat, Douglas. I've been practicing them on him, and it's been pretty fun. But he's a good guy. We like to have fun around here.
Does he do jump scares too? Have you taught him your ways?
You know, I've tried. It's tough to teach a cat jump scares because they sleep about 18 hours a day. Wow. What have you been up to, Judo Bob?
Well, Judo Bob's just been training his Padawans. So judo has been a passion of mine since I was, just a little dude. Judo is massive discipline. So you have to pour yourself into it. And it's humbling at times, especially when people put, good moves on you.
Yep.
But you have to persevere and you have to get better. It's kind of, the same about Jesus, even like learning perseverance and learning humility. What about you? What got you into jump scare?
Oh, buddy, as soon as I was born, my parents were like, "Oh," it scared them right away on day one. And I love it. So jump scares are scary. We know that, at least if you do them right.
Right.
But they're also fun. After you scare somebody, you still share some joy. That joy is part of sharing Jesus too. Joy comes from Jesus, and
Yes.
it's all about sharing jump scares and joy and Jesus. And that's just what I'm about, baby.
Where's is Douglas around? I'd love to say hi to him.
You know, I was looking for him earlier because I should feed him. I'm gonna try to track him down, but it was still good talking to you, Judo Bob.
You too, Jump Scare Jimmy.
Douglas, where are you, buddy? Douglas, oh!
All right, so we have all of the elements on the board. Let's start telling our story, shall we? One day, Ricky and Jamie wanted a new challenge. So Ricky said, let's dump a sagging balloon full of pickle relish.
Oh my god, a sagging balloon on our, I'm assuming, head.
Shoulders.
Oh, okay.
And Jamie, what do you think your response to that is?
Mozart's armpits. That's hard to say.
All right.
Oh, we're doing it right now. It's more solid than I thought it would be. I thought it would be much more liquidy.
Jamie.
We can do it. I'm really sorry. Oh, it's bubbling. Can you see this? Oh, it's coming out like a little.
paste. Oh my goodness, no! Okay, here we go. My goodness.
Mozart's armpit.
That doesn't sound like something I'd say.
It was fun, but not very noisy.
It was too noisy almost.
So Jamie said, I know, we can
Anything but eat.
smash! Yay, that's what I was thinking. A banana, chunky gravy boat until it's all gone. What? This is not like a traditional gravy boat. This is a literal USA boat. It's gonna get all over the place. Hey! Got him, hey, got him. Ah!
Okay, here we go. All right, this is a gravy boat.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was oh my gosh!
I think that did it. Okay, and that was fun, but still not aggressive.
Oh, aggressive.
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
Ricky said, hey, we've always wanted to...
All right, remember, Ricky.
No.
Pretty sure this is
No,
the verb
Jamie.
that you made me switch it to.
Devour. Oh no. A pizza. Let it be a pizza.
Yeah, I'm sure
a
they put
pepperoni pizza. A garden pot of grape jelly. And a skull full of unflavored gelatin at the same time.
Seriously, I might gag.
Okay. Listen. Look at this. Just look. It's just the bounce. All right, 1, 2, 3, go, JB.
Oh.
Isn't this crazy? It's like so crazy that we're devouring it. Gross.
What's not in it? I'm in it.
All right, fine. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, this
Get
is
some more of. That's gross.
I'm just mixing it up.
Things are different in 2020.
But make sure that in your hearts you honor Christ as Lord. Always be ready to give an answer to anyone who asks you about the hope you have. Be ready to give the reason for it, but do it gently and with respect. 1 Peter 3:15.
Hey, my name is Riley, and I used to be a gymnast. And used to is like the key phrase right there, like I'm no longer a gymnast. Like, it's been a long time since I've been a gymnast. I'll try to show you some moves if I can, okay? But you can't judge me. No judgment zone, safe place. I feel good about it. Oh my goodness. Okay, don't try any of this at home. Okay, ready? Splits time. Here we go. Okay. Oh, perfect for me. You can't see these awesome splits. But trust me, I'm doing them. Okay, you get the point. In gymnastics, a big skill that you have to master is learning how to flip. This is as terrifying as it sounds. It's basically launching your body into the air and just hoping that you have enough momentum to land it. Like, yeah, super scary. I was working on the skill and trying to master it. I would fall so many times. Like, go for it, fall. Go for it, fall. Go for it, fall. Face plant, all the things. Super embarrassing, just really messy, really wrong. I got it wrong so many times. But there was one day where I was like, you know what? I'm tired of falling. I'm tired of face planting. Today is gonna be my day. And I feel like I walked into the gym with more like swagger. There had to be some like really cool, like motivational music behind me, like in my brain, like the da-na-na-na. I had all this courage and I was like, you know what, today is gonna be the day. And so I get ready, I prep myself, I'm on the mat, I'm ready to throw it. The moment happens and I land it, yeah! The crowd goes wild. Everybody was cheering, my whole teammates were cheering, my coach was cheering. We were all so excited for me to land that flip. And it's not because I just landed that flip, but it's because everyone in that room understood how many times I had tried and tried again, and how many times I had gotten it wrong, and how many times it had been super messy and face plants and all of the things. They knew that, and so it made landing it for the first time so much sweeter. My mom took me out for ice cream, and that's my favorite thing, so like, it was a good day for me. And I think that it's the same with Jesus. Listen, you and I, we can pretend like we're perfect and we've always been awesome and we've always had it figured out and we always make the right choices. I could have told you that I was born doing backflips. Like, I was born and then before I could walk, I was backflipping. But those don't make very good stories because they're not God's story. God's story goes, you were reckless, you were messy, you made mistakes, you were rescued, you were loved by me, and now you're restored. You are awesome because of my love. And that's what evangelism is it's telling God's story and letting Jesus be the hero. It doesn't have to be over-exaggerated, it doesn't have to be some heartbreaking story, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes people just need to hear about the hope that you get to feel each and every day because of Jesus. God's good story invites us into a world that is much larger than us. So Loop, let me ask you this. What story are you telling?
Oh, it's like gotten a little crusty.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
congealing. Ugh. Well, the awesome news is we all have different stories.
So what's your story, Ricky? How was Jesus a game changer in your life?
So I didn't necessarily grow up like in the church, I guess kind of like around the church. And so I think I had a pretty different view of Christians kind of growing up. Like I thought that they were kind of hypocritical, like people would say one thing or do one other thing. I don't know, so I was keeping my distance for like part of my life. But then I actually met a really cool group of Christians who were like actively following Jesus, and like they made it known, and they also were very, I guess just different, and just how they were living out their life, like being a Jesus follower, made a huge impact on me. And so then I became a Jesus follower myself.
That's awesome.
How about you?
So I actually did grow up in church, and I say in church, but I mean multiple churches, because my dad was a music minister, and so we would travel all around the state going to different churches. There was one Sunday where we were visiting a church, and I decided to follow Jesus at that church. And one of the biggest impacts that following Jesus has had on my life, the biggest game changer that I've experienced, is that just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that I haven't gone through a roller coaster. It doesn't mean that I haven't had highs and haven't had lows. My faith in Jesus, it may not necessarily make my life easier, but it makes it possible to face those highs and those lows. So,
Amen. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank
well
you.
said. I think it's natural to be worried about evangelism because, I mean, it's a big word. Have you tried spelling it? But it's also a lot of responsibility. And the important thing to remember is when you're sharing your story, make sure you make Jesus the hero.
yeah, and I think we forget sometimes that we do that with our words, and sometimes we tell the story with our actions.
I had this idea for a painting of, how do I share what Jesus means to me without using words? Really sharing the struggle of what life can be, but then also the promise of the new life that Jesus brings. Throughout the week, as I'm creating this painting, I had neighborhood kids just stopping by and asking questions and just really wondering what I was doing, why I was doing it. So I finished the painting. I'm looking at the final piece and just seeing what God was able to do through the struggle of it, the creative process. And these neighborhood kids are there with me, and they're asking all these questions about it, really wondering why it means so much to me. And what was amazing to see in that moment was God was preparing them all along to receive Him, to make that decision, to see Jesus actually impact their eternity forever. Just because I decided to create and express something that was so meaningful to me. And that day, it shifted completely for them.
Oh, yay! I'm so glad that it's on our set.
Me too. I mean, it fits perfectly. It feels like it's been here forever. I love it. Always be ready to give an answer to anyone who asks about the hope you have.
And when you share your story, make Jesus the hero.
Everyone is looking for hope, so share it.
This mess we made, tells quite the story.
Yeah, it was very, beautiful.
share your story. And until next time,
Enjoy the ride.
Get creative. What is one way that you can use your story to show Jesus to people this week? Because each of us have unique gifts, passions, stories that we can use to show other people the love of God. What is it going to look like for you? Let me pray. Heavenly Father, I thank you so much that you have created each of us uniquely. You have given us talents that we get to use to help other people. And so I pray that we would be looking for opportunities to use what you've given us to show your love to others. I pray all of this in Jesus' name. Remember, get creative. What is one unique way that you can use your story to show Jesus to someone else? See you next time.
What is one way that you can use your story to show Jesus to people this week? That's a really big challenge. One way you can use your story to show Jesus to people this week. Why don't you find someone who knows you and your story really, really well and figure out how you can do this. If you need an idea or you want to just think about ways to do this, go back and listen to how Ricky and Jamie told that part of their stories and see how Jesus has worked in your life, maybe in ways that you haven't thought of before. Talk to a trusted adult about it. And while you're at it, why don't you get started on a new Bible plan? It's called Be a Game Changer. If you've already done it, there's loads of new ones that you can search for at this link. But if you haven't, find this one, Be a Game Changer. We have questions. We have questions, don't we? Where did I put those questions? Oh, here they are.